Good morning. Okay, so I thought I'd jump on because we're on this fast track healing. No, look, I was going to say I forgot my sunglasses, but it's really not. I mean, I have them, but it's not really so. Okay, so I'm boiling all this, my last, therapy sessions. I rewatched them to help me hear. I listen to what I'm saying. Because sometimes when those thoughts are going and I'm speaking, I'm not understanding or putting all the pieces together. I'm all turning to y'all like I'm like you're sitting next to me, like hey, you're my passenger. There you go. We should come up with a name with passenger therapy or something like that. Anyways, so connecting all the pieces together and having this aha awakening. I don't want to say it was not aha awakening, but the aha of being abandoned by both of my parents, and how I am now connecting all the dots to everything else around me, connecting into my twin flame, and how we were dating and things were going smooth, and then the time framing of how I'm digging in and I'm bringing up some childhood, past that I need to release and accept, which I've accepted. But anyway, so I'm going through it, right? I'm clearing it out. Well, it affects the people that are also in that sense. So with the twin flame, I boiled it down to in the sense that I was now I know, because it's there's a certain area where I was not feeling that he didn't care about my mental well-being. I've shared with him this space or this and that, and I just felt abandoned in that sense of that I didn't feel like my well-being was even worried or cared about. It's not his responsibility. It's not his job to be that way. It's my responsibility to worry and care about my healing, my mental stability. But it's just piecing it all together. That's really, it's piecing it together, because I was just trying to figure it out. You know what I mean? If you don't do the internal work, if you don't dig and search inside yourself, it literally, you're just going to live in a circle of repeat, cycles of repeat. It's not that it's not fun, but you know what I mean? It's you feel like you're getting somewhere and then bam. But I do, connecting all these pieces together and seeing, for the longest time, I was focused on the abandonment, or I guess the internal inside of me of the desire and the want and the need to be loved by my dad. And the lack that, I don't want to say the lack of love, but what I lacked of him growing up, I held on to for so long, still to this day. I'm releasing it. You know what I mean? I understand now, I'll always love my dad, always love my mom. But I held on to something that they didn't realize they hurt me. You know what I mean? So, but anyways, what I'm saying is my focus wasn't more into into what my dad did to me. And my dad didn't do it to me. You know what I mean? I know that sounds weird, but now it's peeling it all back, and I kind of look back and I'm trying to evaluate my relationship with my mother. And then I go, and it's not I don't want to, it's not that I want to tiptoe about, but it's this is real. I don't want to hurt anyone. I don't want to hurt her feelings by speaking my truth, but it's real. And I don't want to make her feel that she was inadequate. It's literally in front of me at 60. certain focus. Like, I was focused on that pain of my dad, that I was choosing to feel that. I continued to choose that. Like, and now realizing all the emotional abandonment that I have been digging up, like, focused was forefronted on pushing that towards my, like, blaming my dad. Not that I was blaming him, but in my head thought, like, it, you know what I mean? Like, my pain was, I felt that it was coming from my dad, but it wasn't. It was my own feelings. It was the expectations I had set inside me, how society brainwashed me to say, this is how your dad should be. This is how your mom should be. You know what I mean? So that's why I'm like, I'm just now opening everything. Sorry, Lena's putting on her makeup. To the visual of actually digging it all out. So I'm not holding on to just one particular thing. So the reality is the emotional abandonment I had for my mom, I guess I was blocking it out because, my mom was there, physically there for me. She's, she did hold it together. She, like, I don't dismiss everything she did as a single mother, because especially being a single mother myself, I know the battles it can lead. Especially with the 2 children she had. I don't mean to laugh, but, like, I know. So, like, I give her that credit, and I support her, and I appreciate that, and I get it. But the emotional support was not there. So linking that, I'm looking into my life and seeing how I'm starting to portray it to my children, and it's like, okay, I gotta change that. I gotta be better in the sense of wanting to genuinely care about their well-being, and not just push shit underneath the rug and just, oh, it is what it is, look it over it type thing. No, their mental health is really important. And then it's just crazy the past couple of days, the fast track of releasing. Now, I did ask the universe to, release what needs to be released, because the stuff I'm going through, some things are not as, they're traumatic at the time, and still traumatic to this day, but the pain of it is not there. I don't know how to explain that. The strength, I've been able to power through it. The strength of it has been so long that I guess that those bits and pieces become numb, like, so it's still there, but you let it go. Does it make sense? I don't know. I also went back to, this was about a year ago in the time frame. It's just kind of bizarre how life, like I said, it's a repeat. Over a year ago is when I was, Ketchup and I were mingling together, but not officially together, whatever you want to call it. And I was wanting more. I think we were both, I know he was wanting to figure out if it would work, because of the lifestyle differences. And, things happened the way they happened, and he had passed, and we're approaching up on a year in this month. And so I was noticing, kind of, my mom did she made the comment, she says, that day that incident happened and I walked out, I guess she made a comment to my children. It was just like, it's approaching the year of the time of year that that Ketchup passed, and that generally that's when feelings are kind of, you're just internally shooken up. And so it did give me some thoughts, like that triggered a healing process, or a thought process. So then it was like, well, I remember a year ago, like at this time frame, I was in this situationship, whatever you want to call it. We were like dating and mingling, but just not, like, we were just letting it be. but I was wanting more, and so, and it's like, here I am exactly a freaking year later with a guy that I started dating, and I was like wanting more. I guess that's what I was wanting more, and I ended up giving it space instead. Space. So this morning I was looking on here, and I mentioned seeing a friend or whatever, a past friend, of suggestion through Facebook, or not through there, through here. When I was saying that I wouldn't get suggestions unless it's like probably somebody that's been on my page. So anyways, I went and looked up on my, I guess it's like analytics or whatever, and it shows your views and your likes, but you don't see who's viewing it, and you don't see who's liking it. I mean, if someone comments, you can reply back, and I had a comment, and I don't know, honestly, the person who it was, and I just got to thinking, and I'm like, this space is, I have a lot of views, unfortunately, and I'm saying unfortunately, there's not that many people here, but I have a lot of views. So I don't know if it's just keywords that I'm typing in and that's what it's bringing up, and I am not here for a form of fame. I'm not here to claim or do anything for anybody but myself. This is solely for myself, and if you're here being nosy, hey, welcome to my journey. Welcome, be nosy in my life, because you will learn the things that I went through built me to this, and now I'm breaking it down and unbrainwashing myself. And yeah, you guys can have an opinion and thoughts and whatnot, and honestly, it doesn't faze me a bit. So this space is probably not the happiest space for people in my life that I'm sharing. I try to be careful and mindful of the names that I use. I try to do my best in the sense of, well, I guess I can't move. There we go. In the sense of exposure. So, but this is me, and this is my space, and if you are here along for this journey, hey, I wish you healing. I really do. I wish you healing, and I hope you can take something from my journey and turn it, or if somebody else that you know of went through a similar scenario, share this page with them. I mean, this is, like I said, it's not huge. I'm not trying to make it huge. I'm just trying to be myself. I am myself, and I'm sharing it, and I was just bringing that up because I don't know why it popped in my head. Oh, it's about the view. Oh, that's what it was, because my family members, there's my dad, I know he'd probably be upset. Like, see, for an example, I'm going to pull it out there. Dad, if you're upset about me posting this stuff on here, thank you. Thank you for accepting it and just swallowing it, because at this point, this is my page. This is, if you choose to hang on to that pain and anger, like the whole Facebook shit with your brother, I know, yes, they went and posted something personal on Facebook, or asked a question personally on Facebook. You felt that they could have done it some way, somehow different, so you're still pissed off. How many years ago was that? How many years ago? And you're still pissed off about it. Why? Because that's what you were taught, to stay angry. It's pointless. That's so dumb. So if you're here and you're mad because I'm sharing my feelings about you being my dad, and vice versa, my mom or anybody else that's here, and they're upset because this space is not a space you shouldn't publicly share. I'll share what I want, when I want, how I want. If you choose to hold on to your feelings of anger, frustration, that's on you. You're choosing to hold it. Do it. Fine. But I'm not going to live by that fear anymore. I'm not fearing of, should I remove it? Because that's what I honestly, in some of this, I had moments where I was like, I'm going to remove this. I'll go make it private. I'll do this. I'll go do that. I'll do that. And then it's like, why am I feeling this way? That's why, because my dad and my family has taught me, and I'm not blaming just my dad. I'm going to say my family. Okay, let's say family. Because all the family members have done it. They've taught you and brainwashed you to be a certain way. You don't do this. You shouldn't do that. Don't put your personal, remove this. Delete that. Fucking be yourself. If you look like a fool, you look like a fool. Who cares? Whatever. But anyways, that's just where I'm at with that. This space is mine, and I'm going to share and say what I'm going to say. If you don't like it, don't come back. If you want to hold on to pain and anger because I shared it here, because it's a public space, then hang on to that. That's your health that you're messing up. Just saying. Let it go. Let it go. Wednesdays are the days that I drive by Ketchup's. Okay, wait, I don't drive by his work anymore because ever since he's passed, I specifically take a different route. One time I took the route, it was like, I don't know, so many months after or whatever, I think, or I might have been on autopilot, and I just took it, and when I drove past his work, it was a sense of hit. And things are hitting now about him really, really hard because this is the time frame. Here we are, the 5th, 6th, and he passed on the 22nd. So, just saying. A year creeps past. I miss him in the flesh. Feeling it, and it's okay, because I know it's okay to miss and grieve, because that's what, I felt it. It hit when I said the date. It hit. My license plate expires October 22nd. I don't even want to get a new license plate, honestly. I just want that, it's silly, but it's not silly, but, so we're approaching that date, and, I miss him in the flesh, and things are right there and, brewing. The emotions, your body, when you go through something, your emotions will, your brain remembers that. Like I said, it's trauma and pain. If you do not release it, if you do not get it out, you get stuck with it. And then here you are, like me, so many years later, trying to fucking deal with it. Saying, hey, hello, this is all this shit I gone through when I was younger. And oh, by the way, when you go that and you're like, I'm trying to do something new, when I am going through everything I'm going through, I'm sitting there telling myself, I'm like, this person now, that who I am, I'm like going back to that person. I'm going to say, I'm here now. It's safe. You're safe. You're okay. Like, I'm literally trying to keep that forefront and that focus in the mind when I'm going and healing these traumas, going me as this person now and knowing what I needed at that time, going to that girl, me, and telling her, it's okay. It's safe. You can come with me. We're okay. I have you. Like that. Like that's what I'm doing to kind of, tell the little girl that was emotionally and physically abandoned to let her know that, you know, you made it, you're here. And I know so many people are like, oh God, just get over it. No, that's what it is, you guys. So many people have put that, just get over it. You know? Anyways. So I no longer cross his work, but I always cross 143 on Wednesdays. 143. And I always make sure that I, like, see it. You know what I mean? Because, like, half the time I'm just driving, you know, like, on autopilot. When you're just driving, you're just rolling, you know? But I seen it. It, like, it, you know what I mean? Like, I don't pay attention to the roads, or so it just kind of happens. Well, all right. I think I've released a little bit more. Keep on doing it. I keep on going. I keep on going. I keep on doing it. Anything else? Oh, and if you're here and you want to comment, or you don't, or you want to talk to message me and help me, I am still open to that. That's the only thing that I liked about over being on Facebook, was that I had interaction, like legit interaction. And I know people just tend to follow Facebook more and you get notifications, but yeah, Facebook can't hold the lengths of the videos. So alright, you guys, I'm gonna jump off here and collect my thoughts for the very last portion of the drive, and go to work for a few, and then go enjoy my afternoon with the little. Alright. Thank you all for being here. Love and light to each and every single one of you. Most of all, love and light to myself. I love myself, as always. Have a great, fantabulous day.